Hi everyone, my name is Ramya. Welcome to my channel. In today's class, we are going to learn about tenses. What is a tense? Tense is nothing but it's a form of verb which denotes time of the action. In all the languages, we speak sentences which denote time of the action. In the same way, even in English, we have tenses which denote the time of the action, in which time the action was completed. There are three types in the tenses, that is present, past and future. Again, in present tense, there are four forms. The first one is simple present, and second one is present continuous, third one is present perfect, fourth one is present perfect continuous. In the same way, even in the past tense, we have four forms: simple past, past continuous, past perfect continuous. Again, in the future, we have four forms: simple future, future continuous, future perfect continuous. So why we need to learn these tenses? Because without tenses, we cannot learn or speak sentences. See here, this is tense. So there is a tense in the sentence. So that's why definitely we should learn tenses, so that we can speak English fluently and also correctly. So now there are 12 tenses overall. There are 12 tenses. So now let us learn all these 12 tenses in each and every video. So in this video I am going to explain the first tense, that is simple present. So now let's learn about the first tense, that is simple present tense. So present is nothing but what? The actions which are going on in the present tense. So in this total present tense, we have four forms, right? So in these four forms, we are going to learn the actions which happen in the present. So now we are going to learn about simple present tense. So what are the uses of this simple present tense? That we have to learn first. Because if we know when to use that tense, only then we can pick that tense at that time of moment when we are speaking. So the first use is habitual actions. So we have habits, we do something daily. So that is our habit. To those habitual actions, we have to use this simple present tense. And next, universal facts. So there are some facts, universally they are right. Even in America, even in India, Africa, to whichever country you go, those actions they won't change. So those are called universal facts. Those facts are applicable universally, globally. They do not change. So to those actions, we have to use simple present. And repeated actions. These actions happen daily. Today, tomorrow, this week, next week, this year, next year. So those actions repeat every time. To those repeated actions, we should use simple present. And proverbs. To this, we have so many proverbs in English. So to those proverbs, we should use only simple present tense. So formula. For every tense, remember, for every tense, we should remember this formula, or we can call it structure also. So the formula for the simple present is subject plus V1, S or ES plus object. What is subject? The action performer, who does the action. Next, plus V1. V1 is nothing but the present form of the verb. That is, in short, we call it V1. So S or ES. To the third person, we should add S or ES. Plus object on which the action is done. So this is a formula. Like this, we have formulas for all the 12 tenses. So definitely we should remember this formula. Even in maths we have formulas, right? With that formula, if we substitute any numbers, we will get the final answer. If we learn only one problem or if we by heart it, we cannot learn all the problems. If they gave any different problem in the exam, we may not do that perfectly. So if we remember the formula, by substituting those numbers in the formula, we can get the final result. So in the same way, in this formula we have to substitute all the parts of speech. Subject is nothing but noun or pronoun, verb, action word, object. Here you may get adverb, adjective or any other predicate. In that form you may get nouns. So for which pronouns we should add he, she, it, we should add S or ES to the V1. See, here I wrote V1 plus S or ES. She cooks, she dances, he writes, she learns. So in that way we should add S or ES to the verb. And for the pronouns I, we, you, they, we should not add any S or ES. Just simply we should use the V1 form, the present verb form. And there are some indications. What do you mean by indications? Times of adverbs. So at the end of the sentence, here after the object or before, sometimes we may use these indications for clear understanding or for denoting the simple present tense. So I am using this is a regular action, this is a repeated action. See, like every day, every week, every year, every month, every morning, every night, every afternoon, so every day, because those are habitual actions or some repeated actions. So that's why we are using these indications, or these are called times of adverbs. What is adverb? Adverb is nothing but which tells how the action is done or when the action is done. So when the action is done, here we are indicating by using these times of adverbs. So here like this, based on the action, when you do that action, based on that we can use any adverb, every day, every month, as I told you earlier, we can use anything. So this is all about description, explanation of simple present tense. And now for clear understanding, let's see some examples. So we have learned about simple present tense. Now let's see some examples to understand the simple present tense clearly. The first example is sun rises in the east. Here if you observe, already I told you, to the third person we should add S or ES. Here sun is the third person. That's why we have added yes here, rises. Sun rises in the east. So this is a universal fact. Even in India, America or in any other continent, sun always rises in the east. No one can change that. So that is universal fact. For the universal facts, we use simple present tense. Earth revolves around the sun. So this is also example for universal fact. Of course, it revolves around the sun. So that is universal fact. No one can change that. Here earth is a third person. That's why I have added yes here. Revolves. Revolve plus yes. She goes to aerobic classes daily. So that is daily action. That is a habitual action. That is her habit. So for that actions we should use simple present tense, and here she is a third person. That's why I have added ES to go. See, if we add go plus yes, GO yes, that is incorrect, that is wrong. We should add ES here. So for which verbs we should add yes, for which verbs we should add ES. How to know that? By reading number of books, or by watching English movies with subtitles, or by reading newspapers. So we should engage with English always. So we should do something, whatever which is related to English. Only then we can know when to use yes, to which verbs we should use yes. It comes by practice. Practice makes man perfect. We go for a summer vacation every year. So here we is first person plural. So that's why we have not used any S or ES here. Simply we have used main verb V1, that's it. We go for a summer vacation every year. So this action happens every year, only once. So if this year it happens, even next year also it happens. So every year, but only once, even though we should use simple present tense because it's a every year, the action which happens every year. Next, water freezes at 0 degree centigrades. So if you have fridge at your home, if you keep water in the fridge, definitely it freezes. Even in India, America, any other continent, throughout the world, definitely water freezes at 0 degree centigrades. No one can change that. So that's why it is universal fact, and we are using simple present tense for that. Raju goes for a jog every morning. So he is doing that action every morning. So that's his habit. So that's why for habitual actions we use simple present tense. Here if you observe, we have used goes here again because Raju is a third person. So we should add ES. I watch English movies daily. So this is daily action. It's a repeated action. So that's why we are using simple present tense for this sentence. Here if you observe, I is a pronoun and it is first person. That's why we are not adding any S or ES to the main verb, that is watch. Barking dogs seldom bite. So this is a proverb. As we have seen earlier, we use this simple present for proverbs also. So this barking dogs seldom bite, it's a proverb. And here if you observe, dogs is a plural and here bite is a singular. This verb is a singular. So what is a plural verb? If we add S or ES, it's a plural verb. For singular noun or for a singular subject, the verb is plural, vice versa. Here, next example, our school reopens on July 10th. So this is a pre-planned future action. So for planned future actions, we already know that action will happen in the future. It's going to happen in the future. My father retires in 2021. It is going to happen in the next year, but we are using simple present. Why? Because the action is a pre-planned future action. It may happen in the future, but it is known to us. It is already planned. So that's why we can use this simple present. I go to bed at 9 p.m. So in this way, all the daily actions, I wake up at 6 a.m. I go to bed at 9 a.m. I have my breakfast at 10 a.m. I have my supper at 7:30 p.m. Or I brush my teeth every morning and night. I bathe. So in this way you can use all the daily activities in this simple present tense. I hope it is clear to you. If you understand this class, like, share and subscribe, and if you have any doubts, do not forget to ask in the comment section and immediately I will try to clarify. Thank you.